Welcome to the next edition of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. We are now about a week into the Jewish New Year, an uneventful one for me, or mostly uneventful. As has been our custom, we arranged worship at a place that is nominally independent of any synagogue, including ours. In many ways, it's the kind of place that I would design if I were to design a place of worship. It is very traditional. It may as well be an Orthodox service, except for its offering literal equality to men and women. In fact, about half of the leaders of prayer on both days were women, including my wife. The Divrei Torah, or central messages, were absolutely outstanding, the equal of what any hired ordained rabbi would do. I don't know the speaker for the first day. The speaker for the second day spoke about the Akedah, or near sacrifice of Isaac, putting it into its modern context. It was an interesting analysis that we see today. Some things have their justification and their adherence, but they are fundamentally wrong and need to interrupt them. Much of our politics is like that. But without getting into the applications of Akedah, the experience in the sanctuary was meaningful for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is the willingness of the long-term Torah reader, who is a physician who I've never approached in all these years, giving way to a younger reader who is visiting from afar, though he grew up within that congregation. I went over to him toward the end and thanked him for doing that, as I am also giving up my long-standing reading. The difference is that instead of finding a younger person who needs to be moved ahead, my congregation, in its usual way, did salvage and burdened other people, which is probably one reason I prefer to be at the place that I was. This was a good way to start the new year. Jewish New Years don't have a lot in the way of resolutions, which sort of surprises me, since the theme is one of repentance and doing better next time. As much as I'd like to be less abrasive, sometimes being abrasive is a very useful thing, both for me and for people who need to know that some people take firm stance on things. I don't know if I could be more kind. I'm attracted to kind, but it's hard to tell where I stand. I probably should be more kind. I have my projects. My projects are determined 3 months before Rosh Hashanah. And the first week since, I've been working on them with perhaps a little more vigor. But those really aren't behavioral initiatives that transition one year to the next. The things that transition are more fundamental attributes, things like being polite, not gossiping, talking more about ideas and less about people. Those are the things that provide the annual upgrades. My resolve is iffy, but it's not zero. There are things that I can do to be more cordial, maybe be more funny or funnier, to express my position, but be a little less inclined to walk away when I'm irritated. Lots of things that I could do, some that I want to do. Thank you for visiting with this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. I look forward to a future encounter.